Hey everybody! Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Eat It Anyway. Today we have a fantastic recipe for you. This is a recipe that Queen has been making for years and years, and growing up, honestly, Josh and I really weren't into it. We were kind of picky eaters growing up, but when we came around hard. And I'm so glad that we did, because this is an easy recipe. This always yields a lot of leftovers, and it's become, one of our favorite dinners. So today we're gonna be making taco bake. So grab your apron. I'm gonna grab mine. Here it is. Let's see if I can get it over my glasses today without knocking them down. Got it. And let's get cooking. All right, before I show you our lineup, let's go ahead and preheat the oven to 400 degrees. There we go. All right, so here's the deal with today's recipe. We have way too much ground beef. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a double recipe. That should give us, I think, about 12 servings, but if you want half of that, you only want 6 servings, go ahead and do a single recipe. That's what we usually do, but like I said, we're trying to get rid of all this ground beef. So here we go. All right, like I said, here's our 2 pounds. Technically, it's a little more than that. It's 2.4 pounds of ground beef. I got 90% lean, 10% fat. You can drain it, so it really doesn't matter. For our taco seasoning, we're gonna bring in a special guest. Here we go. So we didn't have any taco seasoning, so Josh made some from scratch. Tell us about it.
So, that's right. I've been making it myself, and that way you can control the salt. You can find any recipe online. I don't even remember where I found mine, but what you mainly use is dark chili powder and cumin, followed by crushed red pepper, onion salt, oregano, garlic powder, and paprika.
So do you just eyeball it, or how do you arrive at
the recipe has proportions, and I doubled those and then some because of our double recipe.
I'll get that recipe from Dear Brother, and then I will post it with the nutritional facts. Next up, we have 2 cans of whole kernel corn. We have 1 whole green pepper, 2 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. We're gonna be using 2 packs of this Jiffy Corn Muffin mix. Then we have 2/3 cup of Mexican cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want. And then we have crispy fried onions. So that's our lineup. Again, like all of the other recipes I do, this is not set in stone. You can add or subtract whatever you like, depending on how much you like it. I like to have rice with mine. Josh doesn't, so I left it out, or I'll have it on the side later. But you can add beans, or you can add cilantro. Cilantro, that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna add that in, actually. But, whatever you do to it, let me know in the comments so I can give it a try. All right, so I have my cast iron skillet on about medium heat. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop the meat in there. Oh, jeez. All right, and I'm just gonna mash this up until it's nice and brown. So this is about how brown you want it. You can tell it's still a little pink, but we're gonna keep cooking it with the corn and the green pepper and all that other kind of stuff. Plus, we're gonna stick this in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain it and start on adding the other ingredients. All right, so I saved some cans from the corn and the tomato sauce in the sink. So when I pour this in, it doesn't clog our sink up. Try not to dump all of your meat into the sink either. I've done that before. It's not fun trying to fish all that out. Whenever the top starts to move, that's when you know it's about time to reel her back. Guys, I forgot an ingredient. We need half a cup of water. We need to add that in. Guys, I never learned my lesson. I never fill it up close to my destination. There it goes. Now to drop out of place. All right, so I'm gonna add in my corn. Next, I'm gonna add in my taco seasoning. Josh had that all organized like sand art. Do you guys remember sand art from the 90s? You loved it. Here comes our tomato sauce. I need my little, here it is. my little spatula. It helps me get every little drop out of there. And then last but not least, our green pepper. Let's see if I can get this in there without it overflowing too much. Ooh. And again, I have to mix this without this going everywhere. Wish me luck. I still have it on medium heat just to make sure that that meat is cooked all the way through. Warm up the vegetables and the sauce. So while the meat, corn, pepper, and tomato sauce continues to simmer, guys, I forgot to tell you about some ingredients. There were some hidden ingredients in this Jiffy corn muffin mix. So if you look on the side here, 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk. Again, we're doubling the recipe. There's 2 of these, so we're gonna need 2 eggs and 2/3 cup of milk. I'm using almond milk and then just a regular egg. All right, so this is what it should look like. You can see that it's kind of boiling there a little bit. We're about ready to make our transfer into the pan. But you guys gave me a great idea. I'm gonna add in our cilantro right now. So I had some cilantro in the fridge. I just cut it up. It looks like that. Just chopped it up real small. And I'm just gonna add it on in. If you haven't seen my chicken tacos recipe, that's another really good one. That's what I got the cilantro for last time. Or Mexican lasagna is also a really fantastic recipe that you guys should check out. You can find them on my Instagram page or on my YouTube. All right, so now it's time to transfer the meat concoction into we have a Pyrex pan, glass pan. Usually we use about half of this. It's like an 8 by 8 inch pan. But being that this is a double recipe, we need a bigger Pyrex. So wish me luck. I'm gonna turn this off so I don't mistakenly burn myself. All right, here we go. Again, do this very carefully. I'm gonna try and go like this way. Just gotta give it a little bit of a shake. We can even it out later, so don't fret. I don't know that this all will fit, but we're gonna do our best, guys. Let me just even it out real quick. Look at all that steam coming off. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're in good shape. Look how worried Josh is coming over to check on me. I don't burn the house down. Just gives me a look. All right, here's the rest of it. Cool. Guys, we're nailing it. For all of you guys playing along at home, it is Jiffy time. So we are going to just pour it in these 2 boxes. Box number 1 and box number 2. I'm just putting this into a medium-sized bowl, I would say. I got 2 eggs. I'm gonna put these eggs in here, give them a good crack. Try and get all that gooey stuff out as much as possible. This gooey stuff is the trickiest. I always try and give it a good wiggle and a good shake and try and get out as much gooey egg white as possible. So I'm gonna find 1/3. All right, here's the first third. Oh geez, kind of went overboard on that one. Oops. And here's the second one. There, that one was better. And if you have a whisk, that's probably the best instrument to start mixing this up. All right, so now you just gotta mix it all up. I should probably get this on camera, huh? You don't want to watch me mixing it. You want to see what it looks like. Gotta make sure it's nice and smooth. Here's what it looks like once mixed. So do you remember those crispy fried onions that I told you about earlier? They look like this. Now is their time to shine. We're gonna have 5 servings of that, which comes out to about 30 grams. And I'm gonna add half of that in now. That looks about half, right? What do you say? And I have our cheese that we measured out earlier. Now I'm gonna put in a little bit of that. Not about, maybe 1/3 of it. And now I'm gonna take my whisk, and I'm gonna mix that all up. You can really add in as much or as little as you want. It really doesn't matter. This is all to taste, guys. For all you guys tracking your calories like I am, just make sure you log it, you know? If you don't want to add in the onion crisps or the cheese, you know, you don't have to. It's still going to be cornbread up top. So now I'm going to get my handy dandy spatula, if I can find one. Found it. And I'm going to pour it into on top of our meat mixture. All right, so here we go. Just want to do it nice and even. That's all I ask. I like the onion crisps because that gives the recipe a little bit of a crunch. It's almost like having your potato chips on a ham sandwich or something, right? It's nice to have that crunch. Here's what it should look like. Nice and even. You guys didn't think I forgot about the extra crisps and cheese, did ya? So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna, what I like to do, you can do whatever you want, this is America. You can just mix them into one bowl. That way it's nice and even. You don't have to do this. I just find it easier to, I don't know, pour it all on at once. So what you want to do is you're just going to want to sprinkle it on top. It's kind of like the Toodle Noodle casserole recipe when I didn't know whether I should put it on top before or after I put it in the oven. It's always good to put it on before because it gets melty and delicious. I'm going to use my spatula just to kind of even out just a little bit. Make sure that cheese is everywhere in every bite. And even if this isn't perfect, guys, we're covered because it's already in that batter, remember? All right, so there it is. It's all ready to go for the oven. We're gonna stick it in there for about 20 minutes, check it, and then there'll be time to dig in. Here we go. Oven's preheated again. It's to 400 degrees. Pray that I don't drop this. It's a little warm. Oh. There we go. See you in 20 minutes. All right, so the oven just beeped. Let's take it out. Ooh, I am going to need 2 gloves for this one. Don't want to burn myself. And it's looking nice and brown and delicious. All right, look at that. I probably could have put on the onion crisps and the cheese after. I think the recipe says to put it in for 20 minutes and then put on the onion crisps and the cheese for about 2 to 3 minutes, but it's fine. We're gonna eat it anyway. All right, so I'm gonna let this cool here for a little bit and then we're gonna cut it up and give it a try. All right, so it's time for the moment of truth. Here's what it looks like. Ooh, you can see the cornbread on top and the meat in the middle. Josh, what do you think? You're trying it.
Very good. I put Chipotle hot sauce on mine.
Oh yeah? Guys, you can do pretty much anything to this. Make it yours. All right. It's probably hot, but it's gonna be okay. Here we go. Mmm. Mmm. Queen does this thing that anytime she makes a recipe after she's already made it before, she says, oh, it turned out really good this time, no matter which time she makes it. But that's true for this one. Such a good recipe. You can add all kinds of variation. Check it out. Got some on my lip. Let me know how yours turns out. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like, hit subscribe, give me some comments, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.